Foodaholics, so today I'm making something very interesting. I love draw soup. Let me sing that song. Which kind soup? Mama Kuko, Ogbono soup. Hey, you guys know I love the Ogbono soup song. But today I am adding okra to it. There is the Be Like Ngozi challenge going on online, and I have just joined it. Yes, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, or Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, has just been made the boss of the World Trade Organization, WTO. So all of us Nigerian women, we are supporting her with our Ankara scarf. You like it? All right. For my ingredients, I have ogbono, stockfish, crayfish, okra, fresh pepper. For those of you who say fresh pepper does not work in ogbono, we'll see today. Dry fish, palm oil, periwinkle, onions, meat, and seasoning powder. First thing first, your meat. What kind of meat do you want to use? I usually like snails, bush meat, exotic meat, but you know, one of my favorites is goat's meat. Goat's meat goes with any Nigerian food, so I'm going to start cooking my goat's meat now. I also have some shaki. Shaki is always very aesthetic, like gives it beautiful look. All right, so I'll add the goat's meat now. Add half a bulb of onion and then some salt and seasoning powder. All right, so I'll stir on it. Cover it to cook and turn on that cooker. I'll rather send it to the bigger burner. Now that the meat is cooking, don't forget I always tell you, allow the meat cook first with its own water. Then when it's getting dry, you add some more water for it to cook through. So it's doing that right now, and the next thing I'm going to do is blend my ogbono and crayfish. Now you can do that from the market if you want them to help you do it. If you also have a dry mill at home, a dry blender mill, you do it. So I'm going to be using the dry mill today to blend it, and I'll also be showing you a trick to it. Now, you know, sometimes when you blend the ogbono and it's not completely smooth, if you cook with it, you'll find the ogbono seeds, like tiny seeds on top of your ogbono. It spoils the look of your ogbono. And for you to avoid that, in case your dry mill is not blending very well, just add some drops of oil in your dry mill and it will blend your ogbono smoothly for use. All right, so the pomo goes in now. Stockfish. Remember what I always used to say, a little of everything. This is not even up to one dry fish, it's just half dry fish. So just little of everything, you'll just get yourself a beautiful pot of soup. So I'll stir that in. Smells so good, the stockfish. Don't go announce to my neighbors. All right, so I'm using fresh pepper today. A lot of you are not aware you can use fresh pepper for ogbono. I used it once online at Gina Foodies and Spice. I was just showing like a recipe picture thing, and someone was like, no, you can't use fresh pepper for ogbono. I was like, why? I really love fresh pepper for ogbono and it works really well. So because of that today, I'm using fresh pepper for the ogbono. So what I'm going to do is process fresh pepper and a little bit of onions, just like a quarter onions, very little because I put onions already in the meat. Okay. Now the tip is that with this chaka blending, coarse blending, when you put it in your soup, it just gives this beautiful color when you're serving it, and the pepper, yeah, the pepper in itself gives it this reddish color that you will like in the soup. Or should I say reddish? But if you use Cameroon pepper only, it kind of darkens your soup. So sometimes when you see my food pictures online, especially on Facebook, Foodies and Spice, or Foodie Spice, or Gina Foodies and Spice, when I post pictures and you are all loving the ogbono soup, it's because I insert some of these red peppers into it, so it gives it a brighter color. But when you use only Cameroon pepper, it darkens it. So I'm going to put the pepper in a bowl now till I need it. So the next thing I'll be doing now is to chop my okra. Now you either chop your okra with your knife, grate it, or you use the food processor. Now the good thing about using the food processor, sometimes, you know, all those okra when you are grating sometimes and it's becoming very stringy and strong, the old okra, the one in my language say okara he, so all those okra that kara he is good for the food processor because the food processor will process it regardless. Yeah. Okay, the okra is ready, so I'll use it when I need it. I'll leave it there. So for those ones that I'm slicing tiny, I'll just slice them very tiny. All right, so I'll continue with it. It's time for me to add my pepper to the soup. All right, so add the pepper to your taste. Pepper to your taste, okay? Now, if you feel this pepper is not enough for you, you can add Cameroon pepper. So pepper to your taste. I'll stay on that. Oh, that goat meat is so soft already. You can feel it from my spoon. Stock fish, dry fish. Now looking good. I'll add a little bit of water. Allow it cook for like 2 minutes now to enable me finish up with my okra. All right, so it's time to add my ogbono to this soup. Now, because I have okra that is going into the soup as well, I will not be adding too much ogbono so that it won't be too thick. I'll also be adding some oil because the only oil here is the oil I used for smoothing the ogbono in the blender. So add a little bit more. This should give us about 2 cooking spoons, including the one I used for smoothing the ogbono. Okay, so I'm just going to stay on that, and the next thing that will go in now will be my okra. I'm going to season it a bit. Add some little salt, stir and taste because I need to. Okay, I'll need to add some water. This is actually very thick, so I'll need to add some water to the soup. So just before then, it looks really good. The thing I told you about the fresh red pepper. This looks really, really good. Tastes good. So, but I'll be adding a little bit of water. Okay, so this looks good. And the next thing I'm going to add now is my uziza leaves to add some spiciness, heat to it. Last on the list, my periwinkles. I'll put it on very low heat now, very low heat, and get my poundo yam ready. Okay, so my poundo yam is ready. My soup done some minutes ago. The whole food done. It's time for us to eat. This soup is so nice. So you can see, when you put fresh pepper, for the person who was asking, then it will not stop your ogbono from drawing. Yeah, you'll still get that stretch from your ogbono.
If you like this video, please give me a thumb up, share and comment. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, do click on the subscribe button and notification bell to enjoy more of my recipes.